everybody, to Everyday People with your host, Jesus Washington. And I have a very, very special guest today. And we have Mr. the legendary
The
Willie
legend is
Mack in
here.
the house.
The legend
Yes,
is here.
the legend is here. And then Miss Donna Jean.
Yes. How is everyone?
Yes, two special guests. And then we're all going to get to know Mr. The legendary Willie Mack and
Donna Jean.
Miss Donna Jean. All right, so let's start with Mr. Willie Mack.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Willie Mack, how did you get your name? Mashallah.
Well, my real name is MacArthur Wilson,
Uh-huh.
and what happened was I was underground as a hip hop artist for a long period of time. I think from the time I was 10 all the way till I was about 25, 30, 35. Yeah, I was up there. Yeah. And I went through a series of names. It was worse than marijuana. I went through all these aliases and I'm gonna tell you like this right here.
Mm-hmm.
I had so many names, man. It was just when people would pull me up, they thought I was some person trying to take something or something like that because I had a long line of names. You know, if I get pulled over for a ticket or something, you know, the police would be like, "Who are you?
Yeah.
Who are you?" Where this says that you have 25 names, and not only that, I had about 35 addresses. And so my last name is Wilson. I took Wilson, and of course you get Willie. My first name is Mac. So I just changed it, turned it backwards. Willie Mack. The legendary status was spoken into existence. I will be, and I am right now, paving the way for my legendary status. And I spoke it into existence, and there ain't nothing nobody can do about it.
Wow.
You heard it here
well
first.
spoken, and you heard it here on Everyday People from the legendary Willie Mack.
There ain't nothing
from the
they
one
can
and
do
only.
about it.
Nobody can do nothing about it.
You can't touch that with a long handle spoon.
You can't.
You
That's
can't
right.
touch it.
I have to tell our audience, the backstory of how this came about.
Tell them.
I've got to tell them.
Let's tell them, y'all.
So when I first started Everyday People, it was back in January. And then Mr. Willie, the legendary Willie Mack, was on someone else's show on this station, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes. And I met him outside of the room. We hit it off real quickly. And we went to we just became friends instantly. And then we went to a club together.
Yep.
And from that time, we said we are going to be friends
For
life.
For life.
And
it's been that way for life.
For
You know
life.
what I'm saying? Every day is life, you know.
Yes.
And there's no time period on life. It's every instant, every second is life.
Life. That's right.
That's right.
That's right. And then my birthday had passed on the 11th, but we're having a birthday party on a Friday tomorrow on the 17th.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
In time to wiggle and dance.
Yes,
man.
wiggle
Yeah,
and
we gonna be
dance.
grooving
Wiggle and
tomorrow.
dance.
We gonna groove tomorrow.
And from there, Mr. the legendary Willie Mack was supposed to be at an event which is on the 18th.
That's right.
Out in Pontiac.
Yep.
And so we didn't know how we're supposed to get Mr. Willie Mack to come here for the party.
That's true. And guess what? We wasn't on our time, and even the arrangement, everything just happened without us making it happen. It just happened.
It just happened.
So that I know for sure that we ain't on our time. You know what I'm saying? And I trust my faith. You know, I'm telling you, and I don't worry about nothing because if we want it to happen, it'll happen.
It will happen.
That's all we gotta do is ask for it.
Definitely.
Because she asked.
And she received it.
And she received it.
Well, thank you. I appreciate this one.
Asked and she received it.
I asked it.
I sat up, I
received.
scratched my head, I turned around, I called Willie Mack, and I was like, Willie Mack, blah, 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 and we're going to do this. And everything in the end, it panned out perfect. Because other events happened so that Willie Mack was able and blessed to be able to come
Ain't that something?
in town early, work on another project.
But you played a big role in this.
Worked
If it wasn't
on
you,
another project.
Yeah.
And it just
and y'all didn't even know each other.
We didn't know each
Y'all
other.
didn't even know each other.
No.
So just imagine this.
Yella, you gotta tell our audience the story.
We just saw each other in the studio, and I'm talking, and I said something about Willie Mack, and she said, "You know Willie Mack?"
Everybody know
I
Willie.
said, "Yeah, Willie Mack coming on the 18th." Well, you know, I would really love him to be here on the 17th for my party, and I was like, "Okay, well, we'll see what we can do." And it fell together where Willie Mack has been blessed. He's been here all week.
Yeah.
In the city of Detroit. He's worked on a few other projects outside of what was planned for Saturday.
That's right.
Wow.
I've been working ever since.
He's been working ever since he got here.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's real. I ain't come here to sit down. I came here to get out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The work ethic is important, you know.
Definitely.
I'm making ways to make ways. So so I gotta work extra hard because somebody gotta have faith in something besides what they already have faith in to continue. That's real.
Definitely.
Everybody got faith in something, but they gotta have faith in something else too. Something gotta depend on something.
And with me, you have to step out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Yes.
To make things happen. Because me, I've always been in the background. Like I would have came and did anything you needed me to do in the background for your show. Mm-hmm. Or I'll go in the background, do whatever I need to do for his show.
Right.
That was what I started doing.
Right.
Well, Mary Evans had faith in me and pushed me out and made me do an interview.
Yeah. For the first time.
For the first time. And I'm over there.
That's when I met you for the first time.
No.
No, before
this was during COVID.
Oh, yes.
Right before COVID.
Yes.
I'm over there doing the interview. I got the garbage can right there because I know I'm about to puke because I don't like being on screen.
Yes,
I did
like
not
to be in the
want.
background.
I'm fine doing lights and sound and all of those, little paperwork and get it together type of person.
Yes.
Pull it together person.
Yes.
She said, you got to do this interview because I can't make it. She had me interview Jeter.
Jeter Jones?
That was the very first person I interviewed ever was Jeter Jones.
Yeah, that's a good friend of mine. Yeah.
And he and I have become like family because from that interview, he was like, when you come down, I got you.
Jeter Jones is a great man. That's real. He got a great team. He got great work.
I love Jeter. Yeah. I love me some Jeter. And when I say he introduced me to people, and he was like, "Oh no, man, take a phone, put your number in there, call him." I got artist numbers in my phone, and I'm going. I don't even remember this. But this was the day I met Jeter in person.
Yeah.
And he passed my phone around, and I got all these people contacts.
Yeah.
Some I've reached out to, and everybody that I've reached out to have been so nice, and I have interviewed them.
That's making ways to make ways.
To make ways.
So, we blessed to even have somebody of that caliber to also a military veteran.
Yes.
And these people is reason why I'm here where I'm at. Part of the reason as a whole.
Mm-hmm. Both of us.
I didn't know nothing about Southern Soul. And it was Jeter Jones was the first artist that I actually seen was introduced to through Speaker Box Production down in Dothan, Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
And Miss Brown Sugar. And, so they was the ones who first said that name. And then I started watching Jeter Jones. And I started, looking and watching and seeing what they do on stage and everything. Then I seen LJ Echoes. Then I seen this. And then I seen that. And then I met a young man by the name of Bad News. Started traveling around with him. And then I started seeing these other great artists and A-list artists. And
I was blessed.
Yeah.
I feel so blessed. I was at Bad News's first performance with Sir Charles at Backstage in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So I met him straight off the gate.
Yeah. But the same thing Jeter Jones did with your phone, Bad News did that with his phone. He said, "Yeah, man, get all my contacts." I was like, "Dang, man!" And I was getting ready to go. I was like, "Man, it's like 1,000 contacts." And I said, "Well, how do we get all of this, man?" He was like, "Nah." So he went back in the house. Then he came back outside. He was like, Hey, bro, you get them contacts? No, put them in the phone. Here, give me the phone. So he takes my phone and he starts putting them in there. See, that's it's just the start of something great.
And we all have like a relationship. We like a family now.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
we have just become not just a Southern Soul family. We just a family.
Yeah.
So that's the style of music you do, Southern soul.
Yeah.
Southern soul and blues.
Yeah,
Southern soul and blues.
And he has such a soulful voice that when you hear his music, you be like, "Who is that?"
Yeah.
How did you guys like connect in the beginning? How did that start?
I think sitting on the porch.
Yeah, I was gonna put a show together
Uh-huh.
in my hometown, which is Livingston, York, Alabama.
Yes.
And I had connected with Brown Sugar.
Yeah.
I had Jay Cross.
Yeah, Jay Cross.
I had
big shout out to Jay Cross.
Big shout out.
Yeah.
Love Jay Cross. That's my baby.
Yeah.
I had put all of these. I'm putting these people together, Sweet Nay, and I'm putting these people together. And Brown Sugar said, "Well, what about Willie Mack?"
Yeah.
I said, "Well, what about Willie Mack?" And she was like, "You gonna add him?" You know me, I'm just being sarcastic. What about Willie Mack? Add him to the show. Carl found out. Jeffrey called. They add Willie Mack to the show.
Yeah.
Willie Mack shows up a few days before the show. And I'm like, well, I'm at my mom's, and I just lost my mom, and I'm there doing some physical work at the house, gutting rooms and stuff. He and one of his cousins came in.
Casanova
Casanova
came along.
The death of our mothers is what initially bonded us.
Wow.
Because we both lost our mothers.
Yes.
And so,
and we just
when I'll tell you, when anybody that loses a mother,
yeah.
And I can't speak for everybody else, but I almost can.
Yeah.
And man, that it snatches your soul out you. My mother name is Mary Lee Ward Wilson. I gotta give a big shout out to the Wards and the Wilson and Registers and all my family back home. Camptown, stand up, Hamilton, Florida, Jackson County, Houston County, Trey 7. What's up? This is what I'm doing, going all the way
up.
Phoenix City.
Miss Brown Sugar and Debo and Thriller and IU.
So we have a phone call.
Newville.
We have a phone
Hamilton,
call.
Florida.
Welcome to Everyday People. Who do we have?
Hello.
Hi.
Somebody want to talk to us?
Yeah.
Hi. Hello, tell Willie Mack this is Grandma's macaroni.
Grandma macaroni, auntie collard greens. Whoa.
Hey,
Grandma, what's going on? Hey, you doing all right? I'm gonna be seeing you in 2 days.
No, you gonna see her in a few minutes.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
She be here in a minute.
What, y'all gonna let her sneak up on me like that? Miss Price, why you ain't telling me you was coming in?
No, you're gonna be seeing me in about 20 minutes.
She said, I'll see you about 20 minutes.
Oh, come on down to the Price is Right. The price, only your price is the best.
Yes.
And we can forget about the rest. We love you, Miss Priscilla.
Yes, we do love you.
We do.
I just want to tell Jesus happy birthday.
Well, thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you for the call and thank you so much. And you're coming tomorrow for sure, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for the
call.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Later.
All right.
And what's the call-in number for the people?
So we're going to post the call-in number on the screen. For anyone who's interested in joining our show, Everyday People on WJZZ Cool TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and join the conversation.
Call on in.
Yeah,
Ask us
call in and talk
we
to
might
me.
just have an answer.
Y'all call and talk to me. I got everything to say. Don't be scared. Shake your head. I got to give a big shout out to my management group as well.
Yes.
The Waymaker Group, Bird's Eye View Entertainment.
Yes.
And also the Sir Charles Count. These groups, man, and Miss Donna, because I learned a lot along the way through so many different people that held certain positions, man, in my life. No, not positions on a job, but positions of life. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That was able to guide me through, and so I appreciate everything. I love y'all for that, man, for keeping me encouraged, and I love you for that, and that's something I never forget, and I will continue to need that for the rest of my life because you have to be guided. by something.
We
Definitely.
all need
Yeah.
guidance.
Yeah,
We all need
We
guidance.
all
that's for
need
sure.
it. And
Yeah.
a lot of people are too proud. They feel they made it on their own. No, you didn't make it on your own. Because
Can't
first
do
of
it by
all,
yourself.
God,
Yeah.
without God in
Yeah.
your life.
I tell them all the time, you're talking to a man that didn't believe in God. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I had no faith, period. I had no faith. And a series of events happened in my life that within the last year that happened to me and it's a very, very, very long story, but it will be it'll be coming out
The
soon.
Willie Mack
Yeah,
story.
that's right.
That's
It's gonna
On
be part of-
documentary,
it's gonna
or
be
is
part
it
of
about?
it's going to be part of a documentary that'll become a movie,
Yes.
and it's going to talk about what happened with me as a child all the way up to me becoming a successful blues artist, soul artist.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wanted to get into that, but did you want to say
I was
something?
just gonna say, make sure you spell my name correctly.
And you know, hey man, this is funny because I used to get mad when people spell my name wrong.
Yes.
And in this business, you get trained a certain way, and your walk it matures as you go. You know, I can see my name spelled wrong now, and I keep it moving. I say, let me know when I'm going on stage, because there's no such thing as a headliner. It's when you get on the stage that is the headliner. So every artist should know that there is no position on stage. When you get on the stage, you are the headliner. I don't care if you go first, or I don't care if you go last.
Right.
When I get on stage, I'm always the headliner, no
Right.
matter where I'm at.
Right.
I'm always the headliner.
And trust me, if you have not seen Willie Mack perform, he puts on a show.
Yep.
Okay? He gives the crowd more than they expect to receive.
That's right. I mess up my clothes, get them dirty, so my management have to buy me more clothes. I pick out more expensive clothes. And I told them they keep up with the check, you know what I'm saying?
Yalla, you're the one and only, so they have to keep up with you.
Man. I said, man, y'all want me to go on stage?
There is
like
no
that?
other Willie Mack.
I said, I'm gonna go on stage and tell everybody you ain't buy me a hat.
And I'm gonna be in the background. Yes, please get the hat.
I take the hat and I throw it. They'll say, go there, send somebody to pick the hat up. Go pick the hat up. I be trying to throw it to people, you know, and give them away. Man, I can go get me 3 more just like this.
Wow, that is so nice. Now we're gonna take a station break, and then we're gonna continue with the conversation with the legendary Willie Mack.
The legend is here.
Jean. Yes.
The legend is here.
And my next question is going to be for Ms. Donna. We're going to tell everyone, what do you do? What's your specialty?
Ooh,
okay?
Ooh. Shh, if I tell you, you might have to shh.
Oh, man, she make good cakes.
She makes good cakes. You are watching Everyday People live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and other top social media platforms. Make sure you like, you follow, you share, you comment, and subscribe.
Yes.
And thank you so much for watching WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. Yes, and thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for being dedicated watchers every single week. And I just and if you would like to support the show, you can hit the Cash App, capital J 112233 capital W. أعزائي المشاهدين شكرا لمشاهدة Everyday People على قناة WJZZ Cool TV. And today's guest is the legendary Willie Mack.
The legend is here.
Yes, and Ms. Donna Jean.
Yes. Donna
Jean, yes. And so, Ms. Donna, with the question, what do you do? Tell everyone what you do.
Okay, so my real job.
Yes.
I'm a preschool teacher.
For real?
Yes. I've been in preschool for 22 years, but and I enjoy it. Don't get me wrong. I love the kids. I love the families that I work with. I love helping them. And so, but you know, that's what my job has been.
Yes.
But when I say I love Southern Soul, I started because I always just like music. I grew up around music and Howlin' Wolf and we always had musicians coming through our house because my grandmother was a singer. She would sing at different churches coming up down south.
Yeah.
So she was well known for that.
Mm-hmm.
No, I cannot sing. I did not inherit my grandmother's voice, but we always had somebody famous at our house. Somebody always was coming through.
Like?
I was the last one to come through.
You were the last one.
Oh no, Jay
Crosby.
Jay after you.
He came back again.
Yep, Jay Cross came after you.
Big shout out to Jay Cross, y'all.
Jay
Already.
Cross, the comedian. He's out of Shreveport, Louisiana. I'm not his manager, but I'm his manager. I'm his unspoken manager. So I try to help him with his career the same way as I help him. And I just started out listening to music. So I'm playing music in my garage at home, minding my own business. This lady, she pulls up skirt. She says, "Hey, I can hear your music." So I thought she was offended. She was like, "I just need to know the name of that song." And at the time, it happened to be Adrian Bagger. So
I like Adrian Bagger.
She loved Adrian Bagger, and she was like, "Can you give me that song? I ain't never heard it." So everybody started coming to me asking me for music.
Really?
I'm not a DJ, but they asked me for music. So I started out doing that. And then like I said, I've always been behind the scenes and doing lights and sound and little stuff to help performances.
Yeah.
Well, Southern Soul meet up with these guys. They said, "Hey, let's put a show together." And that's what I did.
That was your first show?
That was my first show.
The first show she ever
Very
had.
first show I ever had.
The first show, and it went viral and successful.
That's the first time I met Jay Cross. I met Sugar Daddy. It was a young lady.
Brown Sugar.
Miss Brown Sugar.
Miss Brown Sugar was unable to make it that day.
Right.
So Sweet Nate.
That's who
Renee
it was.
Caldwell.
That's who it was.
Yes.
Yeah. I always had
Jennifer Watts.
Jennifer Watts was.
Jennifer Watts.
That's why I know Jennifer Watts.
Jennifer Watts came to support the show.
That's how I knew.
And she said, "I don't care. I'll sing it.
Yeah.
You don't have to."
I remember that.
She said, "I'm just trying to make sure you have an awesome show tonight."
Wow.
I'll be done.
So and then Lamar Brace, they were at another event. Lamar Brace came with them and he performed. So I felt so blessed that my very first show was such a success with all of these people.
Bad News is there.
That had enough faith in me.
Right.
To believe in me. You know me from Livingston, Alabama. So my hometown is the poorest. The county is the poorest county in the United States.
Wow.
So when they rank things from most expensive we're the poorest county. We're in the Black Belt. So it's extremely poor. The average person makes $12,000, $14,000 a year. A year.
Are they living?
I was used to
barely.
That. Yeah.
Wow. So when people here say they're poor, no, you're not.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
But I wanted to do something to give back to my community.
Right.
So, I'm like, okay, I got this place. And Joe Brown, shouts out to Joe Brown, because he opened his house, his building, and he let us put on the show, provided us with a DJ, because I really didn't know what I was doing. Yeah. But I know they wanted a show, and I was going to give it to them.
Right.
And we gave it to the people.
It's naturally in you.
We gave it to the people.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the people called, and the people want us to come back. So we're going to have to go back to York, Alabama, and do another show.
Yeah.
Definitely. For sure.
York, Alabama.
York, Alabama.
I'll never forget that, because, like I say, that's the first time I actually, my stage presence changed.
Oh, my God. His stage presence changed, but it scared the bejeebies out of me. I thought that somebody pushed him over because he was laying on his back. And he was still singing, and he looked like he was trying to get up.
Yeah.
But no, when he hit the floor, he slid across the dance floor on his back in his good shirt, as they would say.
Man.
His good shirt?
His good shirt. Then I look again, and he was on a table. It was a table a little bit longer than this. I look and said, what is going on over here?
I said, man, I don't know how to dance, so I got to do something to get these people attention.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
and when he did that, oh my God.
On tables.
You made a scene.
Hey, I said, let me think, man. Nobody didn't jump on no table yet. Oh, yeah. Bam. I'm on the table. Oh, let me see. Nobody didn't just take a cup full of water or liquor and just dash it somewhere. Oh, yeah. Bam. I did stuff that I watched the acts.
You give them a show.
And everything they didn't do,
yeah,
that's what I wanted to do,
Oh.
And so that's what I always encourage all acts
Don't be like somebody else.
If you
be
get
yourself.
Be yourself. Be original.
And that's what he did.
I always think like this: the people didn't come there to entertain me. I came there to do the entertaining.
Right.
I don't need you to do nothing but sit there. I don't need you to yell. I don't need you to scream, and I don't need you to shout. Right. Because when the legendary Willie Mack hit the stage, I'm gonna turn the party out.
And guess what? He turned it out. They all. I think that was the best performance I've seen.
Yeah.
And because it was so natural.
It was
so sincere.
I don't know if it was recorded. I don't even know if it was recorded.
It was bits and pieces was recorded.
Yeah. And
Jay Cross did his entire performance. It was a lady. She grabbed him around his back.
They tried to take Jay Cross with
She literally hung on his back because she was a little petite lady. Yeah. She hung around his back like through 2 songs.
Wow, 2 songs?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Jay Cross, I learned something from Jay Cross that night. See, Jay Cross sat back in the cut, man. I watched him, and he sat back in the cut. He was in this one spot, right? He sat back. It was so professional the way he was doing it. Me and my cousin talked about it after we left. The one person that really caught my attention was Jay Cross, because Jay Cross sat back. He did everything professional. He had CDs there. He had the merchandise for the people. He had the back on the table by himself. He had his stuff laid out. He stood in a mannerable fashion. He didn't get into all of the excitement too much. And he was there to do a job. He was there to do a show. And that's where coming in there and being ready to work came from when it came down to me. We didn't come in there to play around, come in there to work. And so it's certain artists that you can really learn a lot of things from. You in this business to learn. You don't know nothing. Right. You don't know nothing. Yeah.
And if you take a little bit from this person and a little bit from that person, it all comes together.
Yeah.
But you have to be receiving.
You have to be receiving.
You have to be receiving.
And then you have to give credit to the people that helped you.
Yes. And that's one thing I can say. Yeah. Willie Mack gives credit to the people that have helped him.
Yeah. There's so many names, so many people, man. Even the ones that's not there to help you. Even the ones, even the people that don't wish you the best are helping you, because sometimes that's your motivation. I always tell artists, you gotta find your motivation. You gotta find it, and once you find your motivation, can't nothing stop you. Your determination, your drive is up. Everything, power begins to move in. Can't nothing stop you. You ain't even looking backwards. You ain't looking side to side. Looking straight ahead. And a good management team and order and discipline, and you can't go wrong. You gotta have faith.
Who inspired you to do music?
Oh man,
who was your inspiration as a child, and then as a child?
Yes, Elvis Presley, and it was Elvis Presley. It was also it was Southern Rock, the Oak Ridge Boys, and we couldn't pick up no radio stations,
and people don't believe that.
Cool J, and I learned from the artists that became legends and greats, and without even me knowing that these people was going to be legends or greats, They wasn't that at the time, they was just like me.
Right.
And again, 20 years later, they was something that they became. They had a legacy that was established, and somebody said, "You're not famous." They said you can't be legendary. He said you're not old enough. He said you can't be legendary because you ain't dead yet. He said you can't be. I said look up the word famous and look up the word legendary. And just all you got to do is do your research.
You can be
You can be a
living legend, of course.
I'm a legend too.
My granddaddy is a legend.
Right.
To me,
right.
Exactly.
To me, he is. Exactly. My mother is a legend to me. And if I decide to call myself a legend, and then that's what I am.
But you're changing the dynamic of the word.
Right. That's right.
So people use it. People use it for when after people die, but you're using it in the current time.
That's right.
While you're living.
While I'm living.
Yes.
Because people forget what they do is they get comfortable with accepting all everything in the ways of the society wants you to be accepted in. And see, I don't go by these rules and regulations of society. I don't live by them rules. And they can always say I live in a different world, because I do. And I am who I say I am.
And this is what everyday people is all about. This is everyday people.
He is who he is.
Yes, you live original.
That's right.
Yes.
And everything, man. I do everything. Everything. I'm one of the only artists that don't even have a video. I don't have a video.
But we're going to change that.
Right.
This week.
Yes, so, Donna Gina's on top of it.
I've been out here working for a year and a half. I ain't had no video. I ain't even got. I get on stage. I ain't got no back. I ain't got no. I got about 3 songs that's got my vocals in the back where I can do my stage show.
Yes.
But they didn't give them to me. I don't care. I'm finna go sing them with the words. I don't care. Come out, sing the song.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Can't nothing stop me.
Nothing's gonna stop you.
My drive and my determination is too strong.
This is the legendary Willie Mack, everyone. The legendary.
They don't want me to sing that song. I'll make another one.
Oh yeah, make another one.
To the end of time, y'all.
Yes.
All you gotta do is keep on going.
Yes, you have to keep on pushing. You can't stop.
Keep on going.
Yes. Now, Ms. Donna, I had a question for you. And my question for you is, as a school teacher for 22 years, do you inspire your students to get into the music industry?
My classroom is so noisy because I have drums that the Pontiac School District, when they were about to toss they had some little small drums they were about to toss.
Yeah.
And I got those for my kids.
Yes.
So I have real drums. I have maracas and just any little instruments that I can find. I got a keyboard. I have a ukulele.
A ukulele.
A ukulele. It looks like
a guitar.
A guitar, but it's smaller.
Oh, okay.
I took enough classes from the little ukulele man to be able to strum a tune. I can't sing, but I strum a little tune.
Wow.
And we play with with the ABCs, for the kids, and so I try to incorporate music into their life.
Yes.
And I also, because they hear so much of the rap and whatever their parents play, the stuff they really shouldn't be hearing
at home,
at nap time.
Yeah.
Because I have preschoolers. I have 5-year-olds, 4 and 5-year-olds. So at nap time, part of my routine is I let them listen to jazz, instrumental jazz.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
that's soothing.
So during music and movement, when they're up and about, I let them listen to stuff like Big Moochie. So you're going, or Casper Slide.
Yeah.
So they learn their left, their right, front, back, hop this time, hop 2 times, hop 3 times. So music can be used as a learning tool for children. And if parents just thought about it, just play the Casper Slide.
It's a language.
They'll learn their left, their right, their front, their back, hop 3 times, hop 4 times, hop 6 times.
Yeah.
Right.
So you're teaching them hand-eye coordination. It's so much that they learn through music.
Definitely, for sure.
Music.
I can play music in the class when they're doing drawing.
Yes.
Or trying to get them to write. If you play the right tempo of music, you get everybody. You get everybody on that right flow.
That's right.
Wow.
Because it's kind of hard. Because I'm left-handed, so most kids are right-handed. So it's kind of hard, but they follow the movement that my hand does. So yeah.
I wish that everything was based around just song. If I pull up to a McDonald's and order a burger, they need to come at.
I love that idea.
You just ordered a Big Mac and fries, and it's gonna be $2.69. Wow. Wouldn't that be nice though?
They actually do that. They do that on social media. Yes.
That's right.
That would be awesome. You need to fight for this, and you have to start it, and it has to stay permanently. Imagine wherever we go, it's like a musical.
That's real. Music. That people don't even know it. Music is gonna change the world.
Yes, it already has.
It's gonna touch people's hearts and change people's minds.
Music calms the savage beast.
Music soothes the savage beast. I tell them that all the time.
Just think about if, like you said, if they played music all the time,
the
crime rate
will decrease.
It would.
things would just drop
It would.
in the natural order.
And like we said, music is big influence. So
Yeah.
you know the type of music, just like boxers, when they go in the ring, you ain't never seen an R&B singer come out to a boxer, right? You always seen somebody who was gritty and down in the streets. Come here, I'm finna do something to you.
Right.
That's the boxer because they got to have that mentality to box and fight.
Right.
And but shoot, I can do that just by singing too. Give me some relaxed music because now I'm not mad and I can think.
Yeah.
I need to be able to think
Clear
to be
your
able
head.
to fight. You
Yep.
know,
Clear
well,
your head.
Yeah, a lot of people use the music to like stress relief,
Yeah.
relieve stress and
Yeah.
for depression and things like that.
Yeah.
that's right.
And
That's
it gets
right.
them out of what they're going through.
Yeah.
It's very, very powerful. Did you ever think
Very
about
powerful.
inviting Mr. the legendary Willie Mack to your classroom?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
You know what? I really would love it.
Uh-huh.
I would love to have not only Willie Mack, I would love where we would have artists come in and
Yeah.
just teach, for a day.
That's right.
Right. Yeah.
I challenge all schools all across the world to start bringing music into their classrooms, their artists themselves. But
Because
why are they keeping that music out and
Right.
bringing everything else?
but if
in?
you think about
Right.
it, you have a lot of artists that are teachers because like you met Renee Sweet Nate,
Yeah,
she is a teacher.
she's a teacher. Okay.
She's a teacher. Lamar
Mhm.
Brace, he came out, he's out of the classroom. You have a lot of the Southern Soul artists are educators.
That's right. Right.
A lot, not just Southern Soul, but a lot of artists, period. They are
Right.
educators. So they teach during the day.
Yeah.
And they sing on the weekend.
Yeah.
You have a lot of Southern Soul artists have a lot of different careers. They are lawyers, they doctors.
Yeah.
They
They are.
they come from every walk of life.
Yeah.
They not just musicians.
Right.
They are well-rounded.
Rove around. Yes.
Yeah.
So they do music, but they also do other things.
They do music,
man.
but they also have other things
They,
going in their
if
life.
they great in this, just like anybody who can write songs, that's great. Thing to be able to do. And I've seen professional football players that was more talented than in something else than football. They go make all this money playing football, but that ain't what they want to do.
Wow.
Yeah.
They better just painting or something.
Yep.
So it's like that, man. It's like that.
So most entertainers are actually like well-rounded in a lot
Yes,
Oh,
of
they
things.
are. And let me tell you
Yeah,
all,
all over the
Willie
place.
Mack,
Uh-huh.
what?
Yeah.
Willie
So-
Mack is well-rounded, baby.
Yeah.
Willie Mack, when he came to my mom's house, like I said, my mom passed.
Yeah.
So I'm there and I'm really overwhelmed. Not only did he's a great cook,
I'm a great
Uh-huh.
cook, y'all. I'm a great cook.
but he can hang some drywall.
I can hang some
What?
drywall too. Yeah.
What?
My mother taught me these things. A woman taught me.
He is rounded enough that he can make a living no matter what.
No matter what.
So like right
No
now, if
matter
somebody
what.
need a little drywall
Yeah.
done,
No matter what.
I can extend.
I don't
his
think
stay.
anyone knows about this. This is exclusive.
Yeah.
right
Let me-
here.
Hey.
I can extend
This is
his stay
exclusive.
for a few more days.
That's right.
Contact me. I will be taking all contractual work for Willie Mack.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
right. I do hang that drywall and all that good stuff. So if y'all got a hole in your wall or something like that, not mail waiters, I'm talking about a hole in your wall in the house. Just let me know and I'll come and patch it on up. And cause I'm patching up and getting ready.
Hello. Well, we're gonna take a station break right now,
Okay.
and then after the break, we are going to listen to one of your songs.
Oh man, you gotta be kidding. I'm ready.
Yes, you are
I'm
ready.
Ready.
You are watching Everyday People live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and other top social media platforms. Make sure you like, you share, you comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world.
Yeah.
Yes, and thank you so much for supporting the show every week. And if you want to sponsor the show, you can hit this Cash App, capital J 112233 capital W. أعزائي المشاهدين شكرا لمشاهدة Everyday People على قناة WJZZ Cool TV with our beautiful guests. We have Mr.
The legend is here.
Willie Mack, yes, and
And
Miss Donna Jean.
Donna Jean.
I
Yes.
like how you do what you do. That's very
Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you.
yeah.
Well, we're gonna get back and we're gonna listen to a song called let's see. So the first song we're gonna play. Let me see.
That's that Tell It Like It Is. And,
Tell It Like It Is.
And Can't Take It No More. Two of my biggest songs, y'all.
All right, so we're gonna play one of our, yes. Take it like
you know
it
these
is.
women today.
Or tell it like it is.
Tell it like it is.
Tell it like it is.
I don't know what kind of man they looking for, but I gotta be straight up with them. I'm a baby girl, I'm that type of man, and I just want to be honest with you. You see, my mama always told me to be straight up with a woman. Just go on and tell her the truth, son. And I'm gonna tell you exactly how I feel. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I'm gonna tell it like it is, baby. I'm the medicine the doctor ordered, and I can't hold no one. I'm just gonna tell it like it. You want a man that's got a job. Ain't got no job. No, got no job. Girl, you want a man. You want a man that's got his own car. I said, girl,
Look at this shirt. Go, Willie man. Oh, yeah.
You want a man to help pay your bills. I said, girl, you want a man to help raise all your kids. Well, I ain't that type of man, girl, no. And I hope that you understand now. I can only be a shoulder to lean on. But I'm not the type of man you can keep home. Because girl, I'm just gonna tell it like it is. I'm the medicine the doctor ordered, and I can't hold no one. I'm just gonna tell it like it is. You need a man that'll be home before 12.
The legend is here. The legend got moves.
Yes.
I got moves, y'all.
Yes. And what were you? Did you write the lyrics?
Yeah, I wrote the lyrics. My mother used to say this to us all the time. And I had an uncle named Uncle Freddie. He couldn't hold water. He said he ran mild like a refrigerator. But my uncle would tell on us if we did something wrong. So my mama used to say, I'm just going to tell it like it is, son. I ain't going to tell you no more. I told you once and I ain't telling you no more. I'm telling it like it is. She'll hit the table. So I used that and said, hey, I'm going to talk about this in song and talking about and tell the truth, what people don't say on records. And I want to talk about it. Okay. So sometimes I see our young women are getting misused by some of the young men because it being allowed. Why would you put up with this in a relationship from this young man or vice versa? I'm speaking from a man point of view because it's the first step to domestic violence. You're allowing that into your home. I just had a friend. I lost a friend, Miss Carla Williams, through domestic violence. And now on this platform that I'm on now, I speak about domestic violence all the time.
Prayers to her
I
family.
started, yeah. So prayers to the Williams family. And I also lost another friend back home, Sandy Meekins, that I think about these things all the time, because it hits home, then you start doing things about it. So I looked at some of the things that I seen that ladies, they might want. And then I talked about on the second verse what I think you need. You need a man that don't smoke them cigarettes. You need a man that can put you on his account at the bank. He can trust you. I should be able to trust my significant other, and we should have our name on that bank account together. I don't care what you got on the side, but you gotta be able to establish the trust in a relationship, build together. And so much of that is gone out of relationships now. You see so much divorce and so much other stuff going on. But it's the first step toward domestic violence. It's the first step toward ownership. Laziness is not the key. Your work ethic got to be tight. You got to be qualified. That's right.
Definitely, for sure. Well said. Yeah, that's for sure. And now, we want to listen to your second song.
Can't Take It No More.
Can't Take It No More.
Yeah. I was married twice, and both my wives left me, and they couldn't take it no more. I wrote this in a man's point of view. because I said, now it's time for the woman to do some wrong now. And so now the woman, they backdoor Jody came in my home, told my wife, hey, you can leave the kids here, you coming with me.
What?
Let's ride. Yeah.
Who did?
So yeah.
Backdoor Jody.
So I got a chance.
I'll fill you in later.
You know,
Yeah.
Philip.
I fill you in on Backdoor Jody.
Came in my house,
He came to your house,
took my woman,
took your woman.
and told me to keep the kids.
What?
I ain't never seen nothing like it before in my life.
Just like that.
Just like
Just
that.
And you
that.
just let it happen?
Backdoor
Well-
Jody is a bad boy.
What I did was, after I seen what all he did, he ate my food in the kitchen,
What?
and he was eating apple pie. But
Oh my God.
I just never seen this kind of apple pie being ate like this before.
Uh-huh.
And so I don't eat sweets no more because I seen what Backdoor Jody did to my apple pie. You know what I'm saying?
He ate your apple
That
pie,
was my
took
apple
your
pie.
woman,
Took my woman.
and left.
And I can't take it no
I'm
more.
gonna have a glass of water.
Oh, I am so sorry that happened to you. I don't like hearing this. What is this?
I'm still trying to get my wife. Before I went to work this morning, told my wife and my kids I'm gone. I'll be back early Sunday morning. Make sure you take care of our home. I gotta do what I gotta do to feed us. Put food on the table, we can eat us. As long as I'm within the neighbor, sweet Jesus. Lock the door, I can't trust these creepers. Drove halfway to work, turned back around. I think something's going on in my house. 100 miles an hour's getting back in town. And if it is, doggone it, then it's going down. I ain't never did nothing to mistreat her. And if she cheating on me, he can keep her. Woo! Because I can't take it no more. Mr. Backdoor Jody came to my home, left me with the kids while my wife is gone. What did I do to get done so wrong? I probably should have never ever left my home. Mama told me it's cheaper to keep her, but I know I really don't need her. Because I can't take it no more. I parked my truck in the neighbor's yard, and in the driveway was another car. Ooh, somebody better call the law. I know I'm about to have to go and set it off. I walked through the door, seen the kids asleep. Now who been in my kitchen getting something to eat? I went to the bedroom between the sheets, hanging off the bed, 2 pair of feet. Now I'm mad as hell, can't believe my eyes. Pull back the sheets and to my surprise, Joe Jody eating apple pie. Something in the house. Something in the house. Right here in Detroit City.
On WJZZ Cool TV.
TV.
Yes. The coolest station in the
Wow.
world. Wow. Oh my God. So you turned pain into a whole song.
I turned pain into a song.
He turned
And,
pain into an album.
Into an album?
Into an album.
He
That's a
turned
great statement.
pain into
Wow.
an album.
That's a great statement. I got the greatest album in the world, and I claim it. I'm a backdoor star. See, it's gonna take me a little while. I had to go out there and work. My sound is so new, so fresh, so authentic that it takes me a little bit longer to make them understand that this gonna be here to stay. It ain't going nowhere.
Right.
I am the new sensation of Southern Soul. I'm the new sensation of Southern Soul. I'm the bad boy of soul. I'm the king of rock and roll. I'm the Prince. I'm the Michael Jackson. I'm everything that people thought they lost.
Yes.
I paid the cost to be the boss.
Woo!
Told them I was coming. I just ain't never tell them what time.
Right.
I'm a worldwide entertainer, and to the world, I could never be a stranger.
Yes.
The legend is here.
The legend is
The
here.
legend is here.
The legend is
I'm
here.
pretty too.
So for you, for those of you that do not know Willie Mack, this is natural and this is authentic.
Every
This
day.
is not a show.
This ain't no
This
show.
is not an act. This is how he is.
Yes.
All day, every day.
All day.
At Jackson
Every day.
County, Bottom. That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Because I have a show as well, Southern
Yes.
Soul Saturdays with Donna Jean.
Yes.
And I interviewed him. He come on the interview. So I done gave him this list of everything I did and didn't want him to do. He was like, this is my dinner time. And
I'm bringing chicken to the show.
He came on,
Yes.
he sat, he had his plate,
Uh-huh.
and he ate his dinner because it was he was giving me the pleasure of interviewing him. So I had to roll with the punches. And that let me know you can't have a perfect show.
Yes.
You got to have a show that you're meant to have that show.
That's right.
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 So, because normally I would get mad and be like, "Ooh, I ain't gonna show this. Ooh, this not gonna air." It flows so naturally with him sitting there eating his dinner.
They better be glad they had no hot sauce.
I was mad because I was hungry.
Yes.
So he eating and I'm doing the show and I'm going, okay. So after that, when I have a blooper or anything, you're going to see it in my show.
Yes.
The kids that ran across the screen because I do a lot of my interviews are
authentic.
Yes.
The kids walked across the screen. Man. The captain walked on the camera. You just have to go with the flow.
You go with the flow.
You go with the flow.
You keep it natural.
That's what I do. I ain't lying.
But me, I love any artist that allow me to interview them because I am not a professional interview host or anything.
Well, you are a professional, Habibti. You have a whole entire show.
I have a whole entire show, but I was nobody that anybody knew about in Southern Soul.
Yes.
But by me going through and meeting Jeter and interviewing him, and then people were like, okay, I think the show that I did that is the most touching to me, Mr. Theodis Ely reached out to me and wanted to be on my show.
Wow.
Not me calling and saying, hey, do anybody know how to get in contact with him?
Yeah.
He saw me interview another young man, and he and he was like, well, I want to interview too.
Right.
Do you know how that made me feel? For a legend, Theodis
Ely.
It make you feel it's great. It's great.
It's a great feeling.
It's great.
That was a great feeling.
That says a lot about you.
I felt like Oprah Winfrey that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did. It lifted my level of confidence.
Yeah.
Because you are.
Because like I say, me, I normally do behind the scene work. I'll make your show look great. I'm gonna make your setting, your scene, everything be perfect.
Yes.
And I would step back.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I just want to thank the both of you for coming on to my show. We have 3 last minutes, and I want to take this opportunity to basically, if you want to talk about the event that's happening on Saturday. Yes.
Oh my God. So the event Saturday is going to be in Pontiac, Michigan. In Murphy Park, which is 316 Martin Luther King. It's the park. It's right after you pass the Salvation Army. And I will have the legendary Willie Mack, Miss Priscilla Price and her band, and Devron. So Devron is a young man that grew up. He was actually in my hairstyle class. He has autism. He taught himself to play the guitar. So I just wanted to highlight him.
Wow.
And allow him a platform other than church for him to be seen.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Because to see a child go from being this shy, but when he plays his music, he's a totally different person.
Yeah, I want to meet him.
And it's for Meals on Wheels, Pontiac Meals on Wheels.
Meals on Wheels,
which provide food for the seniors and disabled adults in the Pontiac, Detroit area.
Yes.
So they do a lot of good work in the community, and this is all free. Believe it or not, this is free. So there's not a charge at the gate. There's no charge at the gate. The only thing we ask is that when you come in the park is going to be clean. We ask that you leave the park clean.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can ask of the people that come. If you bring something, pick it up.
Yes.
But we will have free food and something to drink, and so
Yeah.
Everything is free that day.
Yes, so it's
That's our
beautiful. So make sure you guys come out, and we also have another event on the 17th, which is tomorrow, my birthday, and that's why another reason Mr. Legendary Willie Mack is here, and Miss Donna Jean,
Yes.
who made this event actually happen. Really appreciate it. Yes. So I appreciate the both of you for coming on to the show.
I'm enjoying.
And thank you for traveling all these different states to come to Michigan and do this for all of us and make us so happy and bring the joy to everyone's life. Yes, definitely.
And pain.
That's right. Sunshine.
Well, stay tuned on WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. And next week we're gonna have another special guest. But stay tuned on WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world, to Everyday People at 5 p.m. on Thursday. And we'll see you next week.
All right. See y'all.